Greetings, lords and ladies, and welcome to the Westeros vibe, where blood magic involves shadowy, interpretive dancers. Before we start, I would like to remind you that links to every article or video covered this week can be found in the video description below. Also in the description you will find timestamps, so that you can choose which stories you will want to view. We start off the week with Game of Thrones showrunners. Season 6, the best one we've done. Following the mixed bag which were the previous few seasons, producers David and Dan had some words of praise about their latest handiwork. The quote is the following: Dan and I talk a lot about this. This is not us trying to hype it. Usually there's an episode or two we're kind of nervous about that didn't turn out as well as we hoped. This season there is not a weak episode. We had great directors who knew what they were doing, paired with excellent directors of photography. We thought at the script stage it might be our strongest season. Then the episodes came in better than we hoped. We're always reluctant to say it's the best season yet because so much of this is in the eyes of the beholder, and Dan and I are so close to it that it's impossible to be unbiased. But that's my sense. Watching them all together now, this is the best one we've done. It's also the one I'm proudest of because it was the hardest. The proof will be in the pudding, which will premiere in less than a month of this video's release. This next story contains reference to a well-known theory which hasn't happened in the books, but may happen in the show, so be careful for potential spoilers. Half-Thor Julius Bjornsson confirms Gregor-Sandor fight? This article revolves around the retweet of Julius, who plays the Mountain in the show, of an art piece depicting their potential fight. Is it confirmation? No, however it may be a subtle message that it will happen. Next up, the Game of Thrones cast summarizes Season 5 in 96 seconds. It is a short video of the cast describing their storylines succinctly. That's pretty much it. If anyone is interested, then go for it. Link in the description below. Moving on to a story which contains spoilers. Cersei and Jaime Lannister to hit all-time weird levels in Season 6. Some quotes to put that into perspective. It's probably Cersei's most interesting season. She really has nothing to lose and she has everything to gain from a horrible position she finds herself in. She also described the season as juicy and it's so fucking dark. In other news, Benioff and Weiss, Game of Thrones Season 6 won't spoil the books. This is good news on the face of it, however there will be book elements and storylines which will be spoiled, but as book readers, we'll not know which they are. These are their quotes. Benioff said, "People are talking about whether the books are going to be spoiled, and it's really not true. So much of what we're doing diverges from the books at this point. And while there are certain key elements that will be the same, we're not going to talk so much about that, and I don't think George is either. People are going to be very surprised when they read the books after the show. They're quite divergent in so many respects for the remainder of the show." And Weiss added, "What makes the book so great is that George doesn't make meticulous blueprints for every beat of his story, and then fill in the blanks dutifully going from A to B to C, fleshing out an outline. At a certain point we realized we were going to outpace the books, and we kind of chose to see it as a great thing on both sides. There's this amazing world George has created, and now there are two different versions, and there's no reason we can see why you can't be thrilled and surprised and dismayed by both of these different versions of this world." Next up, Sophie Turner wants Game of Thrones to kill Sansa Stark. The article contains an interview with Sophie in which she makes that statement, among others. She also speaks a bit about her Season 5 storyline. If you are interested, click the link below. Moving on to Entertainment Weekly spotlights the women of Westeros who powered this season. The latest number of the magazine comes with a few possible covers, all featuring one woman from the show. They are Brienne, Dany, Marjorie, Arya, Sansa, Cersei, and Yara. It also contains some Michael Lombardo quotes about the women in the show. The women are rocking this season, and I'm not just saying that because they're on your cover. They power this season. It's organic to the storytelling, yet a radical shift. It's the women that are the hope, and we're watching as the chess pieces move this season, and it's very exciting. In other spoilery news, new Game of Thrones Season 6 images tease a rough road ahead for just about everybody. The pictures are the following: Tyrion and Varys dropping in on a new mother while ruling Meereen. Arya as Blind Beth, seemingly defending herself with a staff. Dany alone among the Dothraki women. Jaime on the boat set. The Three-Eyed Raven doing the Vulcan death grip on Bran. And the filming of a Theon Sansa scene, surely following their flight from Winterfell. Next up, a story which, if you haven't watched the trailer, contains spoilers. Trainer confirms Ghost will be in Season 6, and more cast members board the hype train. There is information that Andrew Simpson, the man who trained the wolf who portrays Ghost, has spent a lot of time this year on set, even more than last year, which confirms that we will get to see a lot of Jon's direwolf this season. This may point to the theory of Jon warging post-mortem into Ghost in anticipation of the resurrection, when he returns to his body being true. Either that or the wolf will tear some throats in bloody vengeance. Moving on to Game of Thrones was the most talked about TV show on Twitter in 2015. The numbers are huge and anyone interested may view them in the article. Link in the description. Moving on to the lands of YouTube, we have more videos to talk about this week. The official Game of Thrones YouTube channel has released their March Madness trailer for Season 6. New, interesting footage awaits. Take a look. Radio Westeros has released the first part of their in-depth discussion about Littlefinger. Emergency Awesome has released a few videos this week, one about Stannis, one about the White Walker video they released, and one about the new trailer. Vassals of Kingsgrave have released part 13 of their epic ReRead series, covering chapters from January to 99. Preston Jacobs has released the What We're Missing video for Season 3, Episode 6, The Climb, and the first part of a new and more in-depth Dorne discussion. Red Team Review has released 2 videos this week, a top 10 moments from Season 1 video, and his breakdown of this new Season 6 trailer. That is the news for the week ending on March 27th. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please like, share, comment and subscribe. And stay tuned. Goodbye everyone, and a happy Easter to all the Catholics out there listening in.